The Moonlit Curse. In the small, forgotten town of Eldergrove, hidden beneath the sprawling shadows of ancient oaks and shrouded in mist, the atmosphere rippled with whispers of the past. The townspeople, hardened by years of unyielding silence, often shunned any mention of the woods that bordered their lives. They spoke in hushed tones of the legend that haunted their history, the curse of the werewolves. 13-year-old Mia Matthews had always been captivated by the tales told around kitchen tables and whispered during sleepovers. Unlike her peers who recoiled in fear, Mia felt an inexplicable pull towards the mysteries of the forest. Her friends laughed when she declared she wanted to explore the old ruins of White Oak Manor, a crumbling estate swallowed by branches and vines, once home to a family rumored to have vanished under eerie circumstances one fateful night. One crisp October evening, under the glow of a full moon, Mia's curiosity led her to the edge of the woods. The air was thick with an otherworldly tension as she stepped closer, the crunch of leaves beneath her sneakers echoing like threats of the unknown. Determined and adventurous, she ventured deeper. Each step darkened her heart, yet drew her closer to the truth woven through the town's history. Suddenly, she stumbled upon the remnants of White Oak Manor. The once magnificent structure, now a rotten skeleton of itself, stood like a sentinel over the dark woods, its windows like hollow eyes staring into her soul. As she pushed through the crumbling porch, the squeak of old wood protested under her weight, urging her to turn back. But the allure of unseen secrets was too strong. Inside, an overwhelming scent filled the air, wet earth, decay, and something metallic that made the hairs on her neck stand on end. With every cautious creak forward, Mia felt a surge of energy pulsate from within the walls. She reached a dusty hallway lined with portraits of solemn ancestors whose gazes followed her every move. They seemed to communicate a warning, their eyes echoing the dread in the atmosphere. Finally, she arrived at a grand parlor, where memories of laughter and warmth had morphed into a chilling silence. In the corner stood a warped mirror, its surface rippling like water, and in it, Mia caught a glimpse of a shadow darting past the doorway. Heart pounding, she spun around, but nothing was there, only the eerie stillness of the manor. Just as she began to question her sanity, a chilling howl broke through the stillness, sending shivers down her spine. The sound carried through the trees, haunting and primal. Instinctively, she backed away from the mirror, feeling the warmth of breath on her neck. A figure emerged from the darkness, large, hulking, with eyes that gleamed like golden fire. "Who goes there?" it growled, deep and menacing. The creature was covered in thick fur, its body swaying with latent power, and Mia's blood ran cold as she realized the truth. The legends were real. She had stumbled upon a werewolf. Panic surged through her veins as she dashed back toward the door, every instinct screaming at her to escape. The beast followed, crashing through the manor with a grace that belied its size. Mia burst into the night, the moonlight illuminating her path as she sprinted toward the woods. But the werewolf was gaining on her, its growls echoing in her ears. Winding through the trees, Mia felt the forest envelop her, but she refused to relent. Thoughts raced like fireflies in her head. If she could reach the town, she might be safe. Yet, as she glanced back, the creature had vanished, leaving behind only an ominous silence that festered in the air. Breathless, she reached the edge of the woods when the howl rang out again, primal and agonizing. She turned to find the werewolf, now closer than before, its eyes reflecting a haunting mix of hunger and sorrow. For a moment, Mia saw not just a monster, but a tortured soul. The realization struck her. The stories weren't just of horror, they held fragments of tragedy. "Run!" a voice thundered from deep within. All the tales of Eldergrove surged through her mind, tales of how full moons awoke the curse, tales of how those infected longed for freedom. The horror of the wolf was intertwined with humanity, a curse that thrived on fear and isolation. But Mia refused to hide forever. She had to understand, to break the cycle. "I'm not afraid of you," she shouted, her voice echoing against the bark of the trees. The beast paused, caught off guard by her defiance. It hesitated, confusion flickering in its fiery eyes. She could see the pain behind its facade, the turmoil of a creature trapped between its nature and a yearning for connection. With her heart pounding, Mia stepped forward, drawing closer. "I can help you," she ventured, sensing the power of the moon pulling them together. "You don't have to be alone." The werewolf crouched low, as if battling within itself. An inky cloud of silver and shadow swirled around them, and as the moon shone brightest, Mia could almost see a flicker of the man the creature once was. The last descendant of the cursed family who had come too close to the darkness. "I can't control it," it roared, its voice a terrible mix of human dread and animal fury. "I'm trapped in this body." Mia stepped even closer, extending her hand. "Then let me help you break the curse." Together, in that moment of courage, as the night held its breath, something incredible happened. The howl that had once chilled her veins transformed into a chord of sorrow and longing, echoing through the trees, touching the old wounds of Eldergrove itself. The werewolf, torn but hopeful, took a step toward her. The moon watched as girl and beast intertwined their fates under its silvery glow, refusing to yield to the darkness. In that convergence, and with a flash brighter than the stars, Mia and the creature began the long journey of healing, weaving together a new legend in a town haunted by fear. And as dawn painted the horizon, the echoes of the curse began to fade, replaced by the promise of change. A tale of friendship that even the darkest of nights could not extinguish.